Hey everybody, welcome back to the show. It is time to talk about what is trending out there. And
one thing, yeah, I mean, I think this happens every October. That's how I want to start this. Every October is the same. And on the back of the season that the Canucks had last year, I have to admit, even though at times watching the Canucks drives me a little crazy, sometimes Luongo drives me a little crazy, sometimes every single Canuck drives me a little crazy, it's not that big.
That's not you were saying after the game.
No, but after the game, I'm in a passionate stage of my fandom.
That's what we were talking about because, of course, what day is it? Today's Thursday. It was Tuesday night's game.
Yeah.
A lot of people were very upset with poor Lou. Signed until 2022, which is something a lot of people don't know.
I've seen a lot of that number out there now,
2022. It's a long time to sign anyone for anything in sport, but a friend of mine last night was swearing, and I bet they didn't because they're like you. It's the after-game passion of being a Canuck fan where you just want to drop it all. I'm selling my season's ticket. That's it. I'm out.
That's it.
We'll see. We'll see.
You can give them to me.
I know. So 2022, Luongo is signed until then. So I put it on Facebook and Twitter last night. What do people think of that? Well, you know, I have to say
if you want to cause
it's 50-50 rants and raves because we do love our Canucks. A couple funny ones that are here. George Orr, who, by the way, was my BCIT instructor.
What up, George Orr?
He must have some blackmail photos on someone in the organization. A lot of people simply said Schneider.
See, this is... Okay.
I know. There's a lot of things to rant about. Pray for the rapture. I hope the Mayans were right. And somebody was challenging, well, who's better than Luongo? And Lane Edwards said, Tim Thomas.
That's a good point.
And every time I hear the name Tim Thomas, I actually get so angry. And on Twitter, the same thing, rants and raves. A lot of people were saying I was a bad fan for even pointing out that he was signed until 2022. I didn't say whether that was a good or a bad thing.
2022, it sounds like, what was that movie that was the end of the world?
2012, the Mayan apocalypse. Yes, but everybody says the same thing. Don't boo him. He's our Canuck. But a lot of people are just saying, really? Really? Seriously?
Here's the thing with Corey Schneider. In Vancouver, and I think in any hockey town, familiarity breeds contempt sometimes. You know the weaknesses of the goalies that play here all the time. That happens over time.
I'm going to talk to you
Schneider's
tomorrow.
not going to be any better.
You know what I'm going to do? Okay. I am going to record Eckford after a game like Tuesday so you can hear what he really thinks. But we wouldn't be able to play that on TV.
We should do blood pressure. Just to see what happens to my blood pressure during game. Okay, now we've ranted a little about the Canucks. Now to get inspired. You remember Johnny Canuck? They did a great video during the Vancouver-Boston Stanley Cup final featuring Johnny Canuck versus the big bad Bruin Bear. Well, they've reissued a new one to inspire you for the season. Here is Johnny Canuck and his simmering determination.
Isn't it funny how one bad day can feel like one bad year? But that's how it felt. Like I'd never recover from this broken heart. But I was wrong. You see, when your heart breaks, you find out what it's really made of. After the loss, I could have taken it bad and lashed out at the world. But that's not who I am. Or I could have just quit and resented it all. But that ain't me. Because I'm Johnny Canuck. And I just had the best year of my life. So if you want me to apologize for that, well, I'm sorry. You feel that way. And if I couldn't have perfection last year,
Wow, you just tore your vocal cords.
Yeah, I actually,
damn sure.
I think I sound a little
He
bit
does.
like Johnny Canuck.
By the way, I just want to watch the game now. I'm
know.
back on the wagon.
Canucks and
We're going to
Nashville
take a
tonight.
break, and when we return...